a helmet for about 2 months now. I'm not very picky at buying something. I just was looking for a specific helmet that I wanted. And I've been riding with an LS2, which I'll show you. Alright, so it's the LS2 that I've been riding with. Compared to this one, this is a very, very heavy helmet. Not saying that it's a bad helmet, but it's just heavy. When I initially started riding, I had no intention of doing any motovlogging or riding as much as I do now. I'm out here in Florida, so this does get a little heavy for what I want. So by doing some research, I found something that was lighter for me. So this comes in at 3 pounds and 3 ounces. Very light helmet. I added the chin mount finally because I'm gonna keep it. Did research other brands, and I know there's other hype brands versus Scorpion, but this did it for me. For the price, you can't beat what the helmet is. It's not carbon fiber. It has a carbon fiber look, but it's not carbon fiber. They do make a carbon fiber edition of this. It's about $100 more than what I paid on this. I paid $430. I think the carbon is about $530 or so, around there. You know what it has to offer for the money. I think is a great helmet overall. I'm gonna go over some of the details of why I chose this helmet. When you look at the front of the helmet, it has this locking mechanism here. So, you know, a lot of people say, oh, it's a little flimsy. From other reviews, you know, it feels like it's cheap, and it does feel a little flimsy, but once you set it in, it locks. The locking mechanism for me, it was because I'm going to keep this airtight. I had an aftermarket colored shield on the other one, which did not do a good job on the LS2. It let a lot of air in. This kind of seals it for me, and it's going to work. Scorpion has this ratchet setting here on the visor, which, you know, you can set it and you hear it ratcheting, ratcheting, ratcheting. A lot of people don't like that. People find that annoying. That was one thing that I preferred on it. I actually can bring it down. When I was riding yesterday, I can bring it down without locking. You get a little bit of air in. If I was going to record something, I would just kind of push down on it and lock it. 40-50 miles an hour. Thing works great. I brought the Ryker up to about 80 miles per hour. While I was doing the 80 miles per hour, I was moving my head left and right. I wanted to see if there was any lift. I feel like it's gonna rip your head off. Nothing. Zero. Thing aerodynamically built very well. Again, I was doing about 80 miles per hour and I felt real comfortable turning left and right. No lift on the helmet. Didn't feel like I wanted to fly off. Versus, like, you know, on the other helmet, you feel every move, you hear everything inside. Felt really good riding at higher speeds. Again, I'm riding a Ryker. I'm not sure if on a motorcycle it will make a difference if you're going 100 plus, but I haven't tried it at 100 miles per hour. But about 80 miles per hour, thing was amazing. You're not gonna find nothing this good for the price point. This came with a clear visor, which I'll show you. To put this one on was a little difficult. It's a dark tint, so when you're trying to get it on here, you can't see where it's gonna go. So that was kind of like a con. It's like it took me a little longer than I expected. But once I grabbed it, pushed it in, and I had to grab from here a little bit, from both sides, and push in, I was able to click it in. Take it off is very easy. You know, you just kind of like lift up here, this tab here, and this thing pops out. So you do it on both sides, and the visor will pop out for you. That's it. So that was the only con I think I found, was trying to add this, but the clear one goes right back on. You can see where you're putting all the little tabs in. The nose guard on the LS2, the nose guard always moved down, touch my face. This one fits perfect right around my face, my nose type. I got a big nose, so it kind of fits perfect. It doesn't even touch. Now, the one thing with this one versus the LS2 was that I went on an extra large on the LS2. I had ordered this in an extra large and it was tight. You know, I felt like the whole mouthpiece was kind of like on my face. I couldn't breathe. So I returned that, and then I eventually got it in a 2X, and this fits perfect. To the inside, I want to show you. This is that quick release pad that, you know, in case of an emergency, they could pull out. Your neck feels really, really comfortable, but they are very, very thick. It fits tight to your face. So I put you know, something in there overnight. I went out riding the next day. This thing is breaking down really, really nice. The chin guard is extended out. Not a lot of wind was getting in through there. Doesn't have the quick release, which for some people that's a con. Don't really care for it. I was used to the quick release, but I could get used to this really quickly. I've used this in the past before, these these little rings here. Now when you look at the inside, cheek pad out so you can see here. See this plastic here? That inflates and pushes the cheek pad out. When you'll pump it and it inflates and it pushes the cheek pad out. So as the cheek pads start breaking down, they're replaceable. You could always order a new set, or you can start using the AirFit, you know, system, and it'll fit to your face. And I'll show you. Button here in the chin, and you pump that, and you see the clear part inflating. See it? It pushes out, and if the cheek pad's there, it's gonna push it out, and it's gonna give you that tight fit. And then it has the release button here. So I like that. You have another vent in here. Have another vent here. This vent here on the head worked great. I was riding with it closed for a while. I wanted to see how hot my head got, and I'll show you the interior of the headliner here. It's very breathable. See, it has like its grooves on, so it's not like one big hot spot on your head, but it does get warm. It was about 80 degrees yesterday, but just with those cuts in it, it was cool. So the vent works really good, because I was riding, I was doing about 50 miles per hour. It was getting warm. I clicked it open, and it was like an instant cool. It was like, it felt like a little AC went on and stuff. So the vent does work well. This one too, yesterday I did feel, you know, some fresh air come in, but out. I was able to use this if I want some fresh air. I just didn't lock it all the way, so when I got at a stoplight, I bring it up, I bring it right back down. If I really needed it locked, I push it down. The AirFit system was one thing that I wanted. Another thing was, you know, it being so light. That was kind of like another seller for me. I mean, the color scheme alone on this thing is beautiful. The camera's not gonna do it any justice at all. I took some pictures of it, and I put it on my Instagram, VIN code 17, and the pictures came out okay. The camera doesn't do it any justice. It's red, but kind of throws a different color. It looks really cool. You know, your regular bag that it comes in. This came originally with the clear. It also included the dark visor, which was cool because I didn't have to order that. This works really good. A lot of people don't use it. A lot of people use the nose guard to, like, you know, to protect for the breath. But when the temperatures drop and it gets cool out, you'll start seeing the visor fog up. The nose guard only helps so much. It has those little pin locks here, so it's pin lock ready. This goes on the inside. This is what it looks like. Stretch it out. That's it. Now that will prevent from your breath fogging up your lid. That's what that's for.